Have you ever woken up, stretched your arms, and thought, why does everything feel a little stiffer than yesterday? Maybe your knees complain when you get out of bed, or your back takes a moment to catch up with the rest of you. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. As we get older, our mornings start to feel a bit more sluggish. But the good news is, how we start our day makes a huge difference in how we feel for the rest of it. You see, staying fit after 60 isn't about pushing yourself like you did in your 30s. It's about working with your body, not against it. That means making small, smart choices in the morning that set the tone for your entire day. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple morning habits, little moves and easy nutrition tips that can help you feel more energetic, more flexible, and even younger. And don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to run a mile at sunrise or blend up some weird green smoothie with ingredients you can't pronounce. These are gentle, realistic habits you can start tomorrow morning. Yes, even before your first cup of coffee. So, let's get started with the very first one, because it's something we often overlook, even though it can truly change how your entire day unfolds. Let's talk about movement, the kind you do before you even leave the bedroom. Now I know what you're thinking. Exercise? First thing in the morning? But I'm not talking about jumping jacks or hitting the gym. I mean gentle, mindful movement. Just a few minutes of light stretching while you're still sitting on the edge of the bed. When we sleep, our bodies are still for hours, and that can lead to stiffness in the joints, especially in the hips, knees, and lower back. Doing just a few slow stretches, like rolling your shoulders back, reaching your arms up, circling your ankles, can wake up the muscles and get the blood flowing. Try gently twisting side to side to loosen your spine or lifting each knee slowly to your chest to activate your core and hip muscles. These tiny movements act like a wake-up call for your whole system. Think of it like warming up your car in the winter. You wouldn't just start driving without giving it a moment to heat up, right? Your body works the same way. A few minutes of gentle stretching tells your muscles and joints, hey, we're starting the day now. And suddenly, everything feels a bit more cooperative. You might even start to enjoy it. Put on a piece of calming music or just enjoy the quiet before the day begins. It's a simple practice that can help reduce stiffness, improve balance, and prevent those little aches that seem to come out of nowhere. Now, once your body is gently moving, it's time to fuel it. And that brings us to your morning nutrition. Breakfast, my friend, is not what it used to be. You probably grew up hearing that it's the most important meal of the day, and while that's still true, what you eat matters a lot more than when you eat it. Here's the thing. After 60, your metabolism slows down a bit. Your body becomes a little more sensitive to things like sugar and processed foods, and if you're reaching for a bowl of sugary cereal or toast with jam every morning, it might be doing more harm than good. That kind of breakfast spikes your blood sugar, gives you a quick burst of energy, and then, bam, you crash. That mid-morning fatigue isn't age. It's usually your breakfast talking. Instead, your first meal of the day should be about balance, something that gives you sustained energy without weighing you down. One of the best ways to do that is by adding protein. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, or even a protein smoothie if that's more your style. Pair it with something high in fiber like oats or berries, and a healthy fat like avocado or a spoon of nut butter. Here's a simple example. Scrambled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast and some sautéed spinach. It's filling, energizing, and loaded with nutrients your body actually needs. Or try oatmeal topped with chia seeds, almonds, and blueberries. It's great for digestion and keeps you full longer. And don't forget water. I can't tell you how many people over 60 start their day already dehydrated. Just one glass of water when you wake up can help your body function better, support your joints, and even boost your mood. Add a squeeze of lemon for a refreshing kick and a little vitamin C. It doesn't have to be complicated. You're not preparing a gourmet feast, you're just giving your body the fuel it needs to feel good. Because when you start your day with a plate of sugar and empty carbs, you're not doing yourself any favors. But when you start with protein, fiber, and hydration, your energy levels stay steady, your mind stays sharp, and your body thanks you for it. Now let's talk about one more habit before we move on, because this one is something so simple, so easy, and yet it's often completely ignored. It's about your mindset. Waking up and immediately grabbing your phone, checking the news, or scrolling through messages can start your day with stress, even if you don't realize it. Instead, try taking just 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes, to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and check in with yourself. How's your body feeling? What's one thing you're grateful for today? This small pause, this moment of calm, helps set a peaceful tone for your entire day. It's like telling your brain, hey, we're not rushing. We're not reacting. We're moving with purpose today. You can even use this moment to say something kind to yourself. You might laugh at that idea now, but try it. Say something like, I'm thankful for another day, or I'm proud of how far I've come. You'd be amazed at how those small, intentional thoughts can change your mood, your confidence, and even how your body feels. These morning moments, gentle stretches, a balanced breakfast, a calm mindset. They might seem small, but they build on each other. They create a foundation that helps you stay fit, steady, and sharp well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Now that we've laid that foundation with movement, mindful fuel, and a peaceful mindset, before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a kind comment, and share this video with someone who might need a little inspiration today. A small gesture like that can go a long way in lifting someone's spirits, and it helps grow this community of vibrant, mindful people just like you. Let's keep going. Now that your body's in motion and your breakfast is working for you instead of against you, the next piece of the puzzle is often the one we rush through, or skip entirely, and that's going outside. Yes, I'm talking about stepping out your front door and greeting the day with a few deep breaths of fresh air and, if possible, a little sunlight. There's something almost magical about the morning light. It tells your brain it's time to wake up, it helps regulate your internal clock, and it even supports your mood. You don't need to go for a long walk. Just 5 to 10 minutes outside can make a huge difference. Stand on your porch, walk around your garden, or just sit on a bench if that's what feels good. Let the sun touch your face. Breathe in the morning air. Let yourself be for a moment without distractions. This small act has real benefits. Morning sunlight helps regulate melatonin, which affects your sleep cycle. It can also boost your vitamin D levels, something many people over 60 are low on, especially if they stay indoors a lot. And maybe even more importantly, it lifts your mood. That light triggers feel-good chemicals in the brain, helping you start the day with a more positive outlook. One gentleman I know, he's 74, makes it a ritual. Every morning he steps outside with his cup of tea, says hello to the sky, and watches the neighborhood slowly come to life. He told me it feels like saying good morning to the world before it gets too noisy. And I love that image. Because it's not just about movement or sunlight, it's about presence. Taking a moment to notice your life, to feel grounded, to remember that you're part of something bigger. And while you're out there, if your body feels up to it, you can gently layer in a bit of walking or light activity. You don't have to power walk around the block. Just stroll. Let your arms swing naturally. Feel your feet connect with the ground. Walking, especially in the morning, is one of the best forms of movement for older adults. It's gentle on the joints, It wakes up the heart and lungs, and it's easy to make part of your routine. But here's the trick. Don't treat it like a chore. Turn it into a pleasure. Maybe you listen to a favorite piece of music or the sound of the birds. Maybe you walk to a small destination, a mailbox, a tree, a neighbor's gate. The important thing is to keep it light and enjoyable. You're not training for a marathon. You're waking up your body and giving your mind some room to breathe. And that brings us to something else that often slips through the cracks. Hydration. I know I mentioned water earlier with breakfast, but it deserves a little more attention. Because after 60, our bodies don't signal thirst as clearly as they used to. You might not feel thirsty, but that doesn't mean your body doesn't need water. Starting your morning even a little dehydrated can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and joint stiffness. A simple habit, like sipping on a glass of room temperature water first thing in the morning, can do wonders. Add a squeeze of lemon or a few cucumber slices if you want to fancy it up. If plain water doesn't appeal to you, herbal teas are a great option too. Just skip the added sugars. Think of water as your body's lubricant. It cushions your joints, supports digestion, and keeps everything moving. And especially if you're taking medication in the morning, you want to make sure your body has enough fluid to help it absorb and function properly. A lovely woman I spoke to recently told me that she keeps a pretty glass pitcher by her bedside, filled with lemon water. She says the look of it reminds her to drink, and the little touch of citrus makes her feel like she's giving herself a spa treatment every morning. And why not? You deserve that little bit of luxury. Now, as your morning is unfolding, your muscles are awake, your belly is nourished, you've stepped outside, and you've hydrated, it's time to do something that nourishes not just the body, but the soul. And that's connection. It doesn't have to be anything big. A short phone call to a friend, a text to someone you love, even talking to your pet, or greeting your neighbor as they pass by. Human connection, even in small doses, boosts our emotional well-being. It reminds us we're not alone in the world. I know mornings can sometimes feel quiet or even a bit lonely, especially if you're living alone or far from family. But just one warm interaction, even if it's just smiling at someone on your morning walk, can lift your spirits. And if you don't have someone to reach out to, start by being that bright moment for someone else. Leave a kind comment on a video. Compliment someone. Kindness is a powerful form of connection. All these little habits, the stretch, the breakfast, the fresh air, the water, and a moment of connection, can work together like puzzle pieces. They don't take much time, they don't cost anything, but they gently steer your day in the right direction. They help you stay fit, strong, and steady. Not just in your body, but in your heart and mind too. Now with your body moving, your belly fed, your spirits lifted by sunlight and connection, we arrive at one final piece of the morning puzzle. And in many ways, this one is the glue that holds it all together. It's not about what you eat, or how much you walk, or even how long you stretch. It's about your mindset, the quiet conversation you have with yourself when no one else is around. You see, after 60, many of us carry not just wisdom and stories, but also a fair bit of self-criticism. Maybe your joints don't move like they used to. Maybe you glance in the mirror and feel a little frustrated about how your body has changed. Or perhaps there's a quiet sadness about dreams that were delayed or loved ones no longer by your side. These feelings are real, and they're nothing to be ashamed of. But here's something I want to gently remind you of. Your morning thoughts set the tone for your entire day. That inner voice, it's powerful. So why not train it to be your ally? One simple way to start is with a morning affirmation. And no, this isn't about standing in front of the mirror shouting, "I'm amazing," unless you want to, of course. It's about choosing a few kind, grounding words that reconnect you with your strength. Something like, "Today, I give myself patience and peace," or "I move through this day with strength and grace." You don't even have to say it out loud. Just think it while you stretch, or whisper it while you brush your teeth. Let those words soak in like morning light through a window. Some people like to write it down in a small notebook or journal. You don't have to fill pages, just one sentence a day. What you're grateful for. What you're looking forward to. What made you smile yesterday? These tiny reflections build a kind of emotional muscle, helping you face challenges with more calm and joy with more presence. And if you've never journaled before, don't worry about doing it right. This is for you. Your space, your pace. Some folks write one line, others doodle or scribble or just sit and think. It's all valid. One woman I spoke to, she's 68 and lives alone, told me she keeps a gratitude jar on her kitchen counter. Every morning, she scribbles one small thing on a slip of paper and drops it in. At the end of the year, she reads them all. She says it's like opening a treasure chest filled with ordinary miracles. And isn't that what life is made of? The little things we choose to notice. So, as you move through your morning, try this. Give yourself permission to slow down just enough to hear that inner voice. Catch it when it turns critical and gently guide it back toward compassion. You've earned that. You're not racing against time. You're moving with it, in harmony, with wisdom and intention. Now, before we close this out, let's take a breath together. Just a slow, gentle breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your heart settle. You've already done something powerful just by listening to this. You've taken a moment to learn, to reflect, to care for yourself. That's not nothing. It's everything. If you only remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Your mornings matter. Not because of some productivity rule or health trend, but because you matter. You deserve mornings that feel good. You deserve to move, eat, think, and live in a way that nourishes you, not drains you. And no matter your age, it's never too late to start something small. Maybe tomorrow morning, you wake up and stretch for a minute before getting out of bed. Maybe you drink that glass of water before your coffee. Maybe you step outside and just listen to the birds for a while. That's all it takes to shift your day, and over time, shift your life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you do in the morning that helps you feel your best? Or is there a new habit from this video that you're curious to try? Leave a comment down below. I read every single one, and this community grows richer with each person who shares. And if this video brought you some encouragement, give it a like. It tells me these conversations are worth having. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're building something meaningful here. A place where wisdom is shared, joy is celebrated, and aging is embraced with strength and grace. And please, if there's someone in your life who could use a little morning motivation, send this their way. A video like this might seem small, but sometimes a few kind words are exactly what someone needs to get through the day. So here's to you, your mornings, your energy, your beautiful life. Here's to stretching with kindness, eating with care, thinking with gratitude, and walking forward with strength. You're not just aging, you're evolving. You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser, and every day is a fresh chance to feel good in your body and your heart. Here's to living your best life, at any age.